Well, some of them are in Melbourne, so they're more like 10 a.m. But Fabian and Linda are at 6 a.m. time. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
That's just their bad judgment.
yeah. I don't care about them.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh man.
All right, so we are live on YouTube. So Kyle, I have your video, right? You're in.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like we have super souped up internet, but like we're still at the mercy of our state's infrastructure.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, it just like blips at like the most inopportune time. So
Got you. Yeah, no, it happens here too.
I believe it.
I have like Verizon Fios, and it's still like.
Yeah.
Are you also a bass player originally?
I came up as a saxophonist. I'm a baritone saxophonist, and I came to bass later.
Got you.
Yeah, it's I'm a low end person for sure. Hang on, all those beeps are me. Sorry, let me
And to be in.
let me shut everything up here. Yeah. And Edward, what's your sort of origin story?
I'm a guitarist. I'm working at the gallery for Fabian. Cool. Yeah, I've been working at the gallery for like 7.5 years now. But I perform and I do things. I built out a studio over the quarantine and
Nice.
my basement, which is really nice, so I don't have to leave. And yeah, I kind of do a little bit of everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, never having to leave is like the new.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, once you have the choice to leave, never having to leave is what we want. Yeah. Fabian.
My Little Pony.
Yeah. I have one just like it.
We can hear you.
Fabian, I don't think we can hear you, man.
Got any audio coming out?
All right. What's up, Rio?
You're
yeah. I think you're muted, but yeah.
You know, I always forget that. You have this new growth on your face. I don't recognize that.
Yeah, I mean it's I wouldn't say it's new, but I think it's been that long since I saw you in person. So
because when was the last time I saw you? That was like what?
2005, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So this is I can't say this is a quarantine beard. It was like this before.
it's been a thing.
Yeah, it's way better than the alternative, which is my face. So
really, I don't know if I agree with that, but all right.
Well, you know, it's
your face.
Nobody knows for sure anymore. So
it's your face. You do what you want. Fabian, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, did you go to sleep at all? Did the baby keep you up?
No. He was good. Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
What? Hey,
I'll respond to every sentence with like
how's it going?
15-second delay.
Yeah.
It's
And
nice
hi,
to see you guys.
Hi, Gian. Great to see you guys.
You too.
Let's see. Is everybody here? We still have like 3 minutes to start, so
I think,
there's like a couple more people we need, right?
yeah, Steven should be here.
Okay,
Um,
cool. Where are you, Gian?
I'm in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Who is T?
I think that's Thomas, our trumpet player.
Okay. No yarning, Fabian. You're like, yeah. How's Linda?
She's good.
Yeah.
She starts teaching in in an hour, so I'm gonna. If he's in a good mood, I can stay. If he's not in a
Okay.
good mood, I have to go. I'm sorry.
He will
Good, I'm
be in
right
a good
here.
mood. Yeah, he can come join us if he's in a good mood. He's like what, a month now? 2 months?
He's 3 months as of
What?
yesterday.
I'm sorry, when did that happen?
No, it's all
Did
right.
you say 3?
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, he's just. It's amazing because I think they have leaps. I think one of his leaps is being able to flip me off. Because like I swear to God, every day he's like. He just like looks at me and like sticks out his tongue. He's like, fuck you. Like, it's amazing. Yeah.
Wow. Is that the first leap or like the second or third leap?
I think in this family, it's the first. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Ready for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an essential life skill right there.
Oh, totally.
Yes.
Totally. And they
Like
totally
for
be
New
cute
York.
about it too.
Yeah. Did your kids do that too, Gian? Was the middle finger a thing? No,
I don't
that's
remember
just.
that. I don't remember. I flanked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be feeding and he'll literally just go like this. As he,
Is that a Cuban thing?
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
The rebellious side of you.
Firehawker.
Okay. So everybody here, or are we still waiting for somebody?
I think we're waiting for part of Nortonk.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Steven should be here soon. I think I just texted him. He said
Okay.
his computer was booting up like a minute ago, so he should be
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Slightly behind the beat, but that's all right.
We're waiting for the tonk. We got
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's 6 p.m. So I don't know. Edward, do you want to start with the spiel?
Well, I'm gonna run an ad real quick.
Okay. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, so some people might be seeing an ad right now. I'm gonna give it like.
Man, this is actually the 1 year anniversary, isn't it? Like today.
Today.
No, tomorrow. Wait,
Tomorrow?
today's 8th, right?
Well, I mean, for me, it's the 9:30. So
Oh, yeah, nice, yes. Right, you're
Yeah.
already 9th. Yeah, I know, because
yeah,
last year, March 9th was the last gig that we presented. It was Tyson Soray was a sextet, and then we closed after that. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
it's been a fucking year.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Wow.
How are things in Australia? Things are more or less normal?
I think they're different from region to region. I think Gian can
Okay.
take this one.
Yeah, I think Melbourne's been the hardest hit in terms of restrictions and just resurgence of cases. But I mean, our case levels are it's very, very low. But there's still, the music scene's not really back and up and running like normal. Everything's still pretty weird. I did my very first gig in a year last night,
Oh, wow.
and it felt pretty weird. Yeah.
Really?
it
Because
was
there's no
fun,
people
but
in
it
the audience, or?
Yeah, there were 100 people in the audience for that
What?
gig. That was the
Amazing.
yeah. But we've
She said
only
it like
just
that's
been able to-
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only just
That's
been
only
able to go
100.
up to that.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it
It's
is,
like
yeah.
100
I think it will
people.
start.
All in one place.
I know, amazing.
Like that's a thing.
Amazing. Yeah.
And
it
also,
felt really weird. And also no masks, because we've been wearing masks all the way through.
wow.
And just now that in certain environments you don't have to wear a mask. So I don't think the audience, maybe I wasn't looking at them. Maybe they were wearing masks.
Texas, you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, it's a couple of states.
But we still have to wear masks in supermarkets and everything like that. Yeah.
I was thinking that even pre-COVID, to have 100 people and a gig for the creative music, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, that means like you
like
usually have like, what?
No, it's just like, are you doing something wrong or something right? If that's happening, it's hard to tell.
Definitely.
So let's start. I'm gonna first of all say that actually the 1 year anniversary was yesterday. March 7th was the last Tyshawn Solar night.
Wait, wasn't that 9th? Was it 7th?
It was the night too. I went back on the calendar, and it was
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, and that was the last show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's been a year as of yesterday that the Jazz Gallery has been not dark, but unopened to the public. Closed.
Yes,
Unopened.
virtual.
I don't know what I said. Anyway, yeah, so it's been a year, and it's been close to a year since we had a Biophilia Records Edition lockdown session, which we did very, very at the beginning. I think it was like our episode 6 or 7 or something like that. It was very exciting. I got to see a lot of really cool music, so I'm excited for today. Before we start, I would like to make some announcements, as I usually do, and let you know what we have going on here at the Jazz Gallery. Are interested in joining us for any further activities. Next thing coming up is on Thursday, we have the Antonio Sanchez trio featuring Scott Colley and Chris Potter. If you're unfamiliar with the fact that we've been doing live concerts from the Jazz Gallery live stream, get familiar with that because not to toot my own horn, but they look and sound pretty good. They're not crazy expensive, and that's especially true if you are a member of the Jazz Gallery, which is also one of the best ways to support us. Membership grants you a lot of benefits, and right now we are offering a very good discount to our live stream concert. So if you become a member, you get a $15 discount, whereas you would be paying $20 to come in and check out one of our live streams. It's $5 if you're a member. If you come to like I don't know, 4 or 5 of those, it pays for itself. So I recommend becoming a member. The next thing we have after that is another lockdown session next Monday, and that is featuring the likeness of Nicola Caminiti, Russell Hall, David Gilmour, and Dana Stevens. It's the return of 2 of the gentlemen, and 2 of them we're going to hear for the first lockdown session. So we're excited to hear Russell and David, of course, and Nicola and Dana have already brought some great music that we're excited to see what they've been working on since then. So that's next Monday, same vibe. Just come onto your YouTube channel and you'll be able to join us. These events are not ticketed, but they are, we ask for a suggested donation. $15 if you can do it. You can do $15, you can do less, that's fine. We are not putting like a price tag on this, but donations help us pay the musicians. We have a bunch of musicians today, fabulous musicians. So your donations help us financially support this endeavor. And many other things, such as our live stream concerts, our interviews with Miguel Zenon, and so on. So we strongly encourage you to donate. If you can do less than 15, that's fine. If you can do more than 15, we appreciate it. So yeah, consider donating. There is a link in the description below. You can click that. There's also a link for membership, by the way. If you do want to join us and become a member, there's a link as well. Take you to the membership page and you can sign up and do all that stuff. The other thing I will mention is that we are now partly supported by ads. So you will occasionally see an ad pop up here and there if you're on our YouTube page. Don't freak out. That's okay. It's also how we make a little bit of money, very little money, but it's some money. But because we are ad supported, that also means that you can go back on our YouTube channel and watch our older videos. We have a bunch of lockdown sessions that we've been doing, I think, since episode 24 on YouTube. So you can catch a bunch of stuff on the backlog. There's some archival concerts live from the Jazz Gallery from the before times. There are Miguel Zenon featuring the most recent one with John Schofield. There's also one with Joe Lovano, one with Kurt Rosenwinkel, one with Branford Marsalis. There's a lot of great stuff. There's some of our Q&As after hours with live stream concert performers. So there's a lot of stuff to check out. Every time you watch a video, there might be an ad, and when you watch an ad, we get some money for that too. It also helps us. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That also helps us move out to a bunch of people. We are currently sitting at like 1,500 subscribers, which is pretty nice, but we'd like to do more. So haven't subscribed, sub, and if you have already, tell your friends and family to do so, and we appreciate that. With that said, yeah, we are excited for tonight. We think are we calling him a co-host? Fabian, is he our co-host for today?
Yeah, Fabian. What do you mean? It's your record label. So maybe you want to talk a little bit about it in case people don't know
Sure.
your philosophy behind the label and whatnot.
Sure. The label, in its current form, was started at the end of 2016 with the Awakening Orchestra's album. At that time, it's a label that's genreless. We don't have a specific genre in mind. What attracts all of the artists together is number one, a genuine sort of curiosity for music and a love for music. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to impose an aesthetic either. It's just the musicians have a very strong love of what they do. And then the second thing is that we care about the environment and sustainability and that sort of thing. Just those two things, and you're
You guys are still putting out some records, and maybe at some point you want to talk about records that are coming up or that have recently released at some point in the evening. I know one close to releasing their record, and I think we're going to start with them. So I'm actually unfamiliar with 3 of the 4 of you on Nortonk. It's 4 of you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Steven is like one of my favorite drummers around, and been able to hang out with him and good friends. And I've heard what you guys are doing, and I particularly enjoy your guys' escape plan.
By the way, you're coming in and out.
My microphone.
You're gonna have to repeat all of those compliments again.
Say it again.
Please.
I'm just saying that I was unfamiliar with 3 of the 4 musicians in Nortonk, but Steven is a friend of mine and one of my favorite drummers, and I particularly recommend checking out a rendition of this amazing progressive metal, what's called really like math rock and all that stuff.
We'll make sure they hear it.
Yeah, Dillinger Escape Plan, amazing legendary band that they have a version of their song, of one of their songs done in their style, and I recommend checking that out. But they are putting out a record very soon. It's dropping this month, right? Or no,
Well,
moved that, right?
Moved to May.
Yeah.
May 21st.
Yep. It's May 21st release date now.
So, but May is around the corner, and I really recommend if anybody or everybody, whoever likes the music that you're about to hear today, put a pre-order on Bandcamp. And yeah, with that said, I would like to welcome Nortonk.
Hello.
Wonderful to be here.
Here being like wherever that may be.
Right, virtually.
Exactly. The ether, exactly.
Yes. Are you guys in New York? Where are you?
2 of us
Half
are.
of them.
Okay.
So, myself
Possible.
and in New York with Stephen Kramer, and then Tom Clackey is and Stephen Paulet, our bass player, is in New Jersey. So
Okay.
yeah.
Me too. What part of Jersey are you in?
Personally, I'm in Edgewater, so I'm not too far off.
Okay. I mean, Fort Lee.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
Yeah, we're neighbors. Yeah.
Howdy, neighbor. No, I love the area. I moved here in November. I decided to have a little COVID move. I figured there was enough. It was like an opening in my life to where I could make the move happen. And I'm glad I did it when I did. And it's worked out. I really love the area.
Edgewater is great. Every time I tell people I live in Jersey, people have this reaction like, ew. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Like where me and Thomas are, it's like practically New York City. But it's like, it's cool. And we have Whole Food, yoga studio, everything that you might want in New York. It's all here. Yeah. We always have a parking spot too.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So yeah, something to think about, Fabian, when you come back.
Oh yeah, I'm taking note.
Yes, and Fort Lee have a good school system too.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so who's playing the video?
Stephen Kram. Yeah, Stephen's going to be playing it. So
All right.
we're doing
Just share my screen.
Yeah. Don't forget the sound.
And I just want to say that Nortonk was one of the clearest bands that I've ever heard that obviously should be on the label. I heard them on my birthday a couple of years ago, and they just, you guys are good. You're real good.
Oh yeah.
I like you guys. Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks.
Yeah.
oh, loud and clear.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Nicely done.
Killing.
Yeah.
Oh, felt good to get that off our chests.
So where does the band name come from?
So we have we are all alumni of William Patterson University. That's where we met.
Oh, wow,
And-
how about that?
Yeah, and so we're all friends from college, and we started actually as like a group at school, and you know, it sort of slowly progressed, and we wanted to do something. And one of the teachers that worked with us was Kevin Norton, and he is a real, you know, he's a pretty unique guy in terms of where he is as a performer and as a composer, particularly at William Patterson. And so we really enjoyed working with him. And so what it meant was when we were trying to figure out a name for us, he actually has his email is just his first name his last name and his first initial, Norton K. And Nortonk, it was just like a nickname for him. It's a great, just 2-syllable thing, and sort of pays homage to someone who was, you know, very helpful and really encouraging to us, you know, through the process. And so, yeah, so it comes from Kevin, and
wow.
he gave us his good graces to do it, and you know, he was really cool about it. So, yeah, that's where it comes from.
Oh, that's really
You
cool.
might start getting a lot of emails now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh, we just doxed him.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then how did you meet them, Fabian?
I was playing. I think it was on that stage where you guys the first. Yeah, we were playing there with Mark Juliana on April 16th, I guess, 2019. It would have been.
Wait, you're playing with Mark?
Yeah. So Nortonk was playing before us, and
Right.
Mark Juliana's jazz quartet was playing afterwards.
Wait, I didn't know you played with Mark's jazz quartet. How did I miss that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. And yeah, so we were backstage, and I heard somebody playing, and yeah, how I said earlier, from the second I heard them, I could tell that there was something there, like the worms and the fertilizer. I don't know. It just felt like there was something very real. And I guess I should go back to it. When I listen to Nortonk, it feels like they all have a very genuine love of what they do. And that really, it resonated with me. So I told them on the spot, like, you know, whenever you guys are going to put out your first album, please reach out. And then they did. And then it took like a year. Because that's just, yeah. But I'm so glad that it worked out. Not just with Nortonk, everybody on this screen of rectangles has inspired me immensely, especially during these times, just to see how hard everyone works and how devoted they are to the music and the music itself. It's just, you guys, thank you for everything you do.
I'm in love with that ballad. That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much space, like even when everything's really hopping towards the end, like just there's all this space to just get kind of experience all of the undertones. I was hearing a lot of like undertones actually in what was going on. You guys, especially Frontline, you play so beautifully together. Really do.
Yeah, Kyle, you wrote on YouTube, you wrote, "This is all kinds of right," and I agree.
Yeah, it's just there's something that for a moment I was thinking, oh, this is reminiscent of, and then I didn't even finish the thought in terms of like trying to pick it out of my brain because it sort of shifted into something else. But it's really like it's very uniquely you, and it's really awesome. Looking forward to hearing.
Yeah,
like
I'm kind of
all of the ballads, more ballads.
Back in like maybe like late 90s or early 2000s, like MSM had a bunch of really, really great students that were coming out of there. I mean, I'm thinking like Dan Weiss, Miles Okazaki.
No, I used to work there around that time, remember? And then Fabian and Kyle.
Yeah.
The only person that could pronounce my name.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
like nowadays we consider like big thinkers in the music, and I'm getting those vibes from like Willie P right now, because like just hearing you guys like really pushing that, like it's really interesting to see that coming from you guys. So yeah, no, big props, and I love what you guys doing. Do we have any questions from the audience? Let's see. Well,
otherwise, is that the microphone new? Because you can't go in and out. It's a little hard to hear you.
yeah, it's very directional, so I have to like,
Okay, yeah, you have to hold it like that.
yeah,
From the
I'll do
diaphragm.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
Jake Michael wants to know if there's a mock Amor influence.
Yeah, definitely. We started we first started playing. We played some of their tunes, and it's a great. I mean, it's the same instrumentation, and they push a lot of different boundaries. But we, like anything else, like we sort of started with a lot of different influences. But yeah, definitely Amakamore is a band
Big
that we've all
fans.
listened to a lot. So.
One of the cool things about starting the band in college was actually that there was no agenda before we started the band. So kind of just we're rehearsing like twice a week with no agenda. We would play originals. We would play sort of like repertoire, Ornette Coleman, Anthony Braxton, Steve Lacy, anything like that. And then we would just like find music from current artists that we liked. So it was very helpful kind of finding our own way through other people's music in a way.
What a luxury. Like, it's like you said that in me. I'm thinking about like how much I took that for granted.
We all did.
Crazy.
Youth is totally wasted on youth,
I mean, Kyle, I went to school with you. You worked your ass off, so I don't know what you're talking about. You were constantly doing stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, even just like, when was the last time any of us, like yourself and me, like when did we, rehearse something without an agenda? It was grad school, like, I mean, it was 2005. I mean, it was like, it's crazy to think about that, and I appreciate it, but like, it's so clear, like your direction with that music. That like it's really apparent like how well you used that time.
Yeah, totally. Will Kwok and Will Meyerhofer, I guess they want Fabian to sign them to Biophilia. So.
Yeah.
I would double that sentiment.
Yes.
Cool. No, there seems to be there are no more questions, but I will encourage everybody to go check out Nortonk on Instagram, Nortonk Band. You can find links to all of their personal Instagrams as well if you like any of their playing as well, and there's a link tree as well that you can, I'm assuming, pre-order the record that comes out in May. So.
Mm-hmm.
Edward, you missed a comment that somebody thinks Gideon is cute.
Oh, yeah.
Early on.
Yeah.
Wow.
That guy Gideon is a pretty cute TV.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's one of my family members.
Oh, really? Is that your mom?
Well, my mom actually did say something. Yeah.
Okay.
But thanks, Mom. But somebody did. Yeah. I guess I would also just say that, like, one of the great things about being on, working on Biophilia is the Biofolio itself, and all the artists here. Just being able to have a physical product that is so beautiful and so artfully designed. And, we're really lucky to work with a great artists as well. So, I hope people pick up the physical copy because it's well worth it with any of us artists, because it's the Biofolio is really a unique thing. So.
I'm gonna go ahead and as we first of all thank Nortonk for that amazing video. That last portion is on YouTube. That's what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, go check that out on YouTube as well. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say about Biophilia real quick is that I feel like Fabian, what you guys are doing is super forward thinking and amazing because first of all, CDs not environmentally friendly, which is one of your guys' concern, but also people don't get CDs anymore. They're kind of cumbersome to have around. And not only that, but like if you're buying music digitally, like on Bandcamp, you can actually get higher res files on Bandcamp than you can from the CDs. So like at a certain point, what's the point of having a CD? So I think you guys have like found like the happy medium of like people that want to have a physical product and people that don't want to deal with CDs. You can't play CDs on computers anymore either. So anyways, that's something that I really admire about Biophilia Records. And
yeah, I know when you started doing that, people are still using CD around that time. Remember when you started the Biophilia? And I was like, well, that's kind of forward, but let's see how that goes in. Look where you're right now. Does anybody have the actual folio thing to show? Because
well,
on it.
He had the biofolios for this year are still being manufactured. Things are a little slower with COVID, rightfully so.
The MS Field one here though. This is definitely worth picking up. So if you're not hip to the biofolios, this is kind of the vibe. Still CD size. It folds out into this ridiculous, incredibly versatile design. And it's really, we get pretty much carte blanche to do whatever we want with it. So it's really kind of incredible to be able to bring back sort of the liner notes mystique, which I think, was such a big thing for me personally when I was coming up. With jazz especially, it's like we have an infatuation with liner notes and with the stories behind it and with all of the things. So, but yeah, gorgeous stuff.
And it's cool how you can like fold it out in different ways too. Like every time there's a Biophilia artist that comes to the gallery and like selling CDs, like they fold it out and like make this really
selling CDs. Not selling.
No, it's like wait a minute, no CDs.
Sorry.
Biophilia.
Selling Biophilia. They're selling physical merchandise, but they come in like they set it up and fold it up in really cool ways that just like you could put it on like your coffee table or something, just.
And what I always say is, if you don't like the music, you can recycle it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know, what happened is that when you buy Biofilia, it has a code, right? So you go to your website and punch in the code to download the actual music.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool. So we're gonna move on, and our next guest is we were just familiarizing each other just before we started, but I wasn't familiar with Kyle before today, and I'm excited to see what you have for us. I have your video. Kyle is a bass end musician. We were talking about he was bass clarinet bassist. And I have your video, so we're gonna play that. But
let me set it up for you real quick. I would also love to just share. This is a sort of great opportunity. What we haven't done yet is we've sort of revealed the cover of the Biofilia, but we haven't had a chance to actually reveal the artwork for it. So I wanted to just get a chance to sort of slap that on everybody's screen today because I'm so excited about this. What Angela Costanzo Paris designed for this particular Biofolio, and this is like just an absolutely ridiculous work of art.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That she spent. I mean, basically, this is the second thing that Angela has designed for us. The first is on my wall behind me. I can display that as well in just a second, or turn the camera a little bit. But she does this pretty much while completely immersed in the sound world of the record. Like this is a visual representation of the record. And it's just, it's so powerful and it's very sort of clearly, maybe it's clear, maybe it's not, but it's very much a record about, what it means to be an American right now. We released the record a month before the election. It was digitally available a month before the election for that reason, because most of the music on it is about the last election. So, so it's really, this is the art that was created specifically to match the sound.
And you need to get working on the 2024 elections, because that one's not going to be easy.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, man, I need
Really,
at least a month to just
Fabian, we're supposed to like uplift people through this.
No.
program.
If there's anything we've learned is that we have to stay aware. we
honestly,
can't ignore reality.
Honestly, like we're kind of looking at 202022 because like that's looking.
Oh yeah.
Shifty.
Yeah, we've already screwed that up. Anyway,
that's already looking shifty.
so this is right behind me.
Actually-
there. That's the art that Angela created for the Atticus Library, which was the first
Nice.
record released on this version of Biophilia Records. And that, if you know the original Atticus record by Jesse Lewis, that is a sort of an abstract version of that.
Would you mind talking about the band itself? Because
Sure.
Yeah.
The Awakening Orchestra was created 2004, 2005, back when we had the luxury of
Time.
without an agenda, actually.
Yeah.
So, and it actually also features, I should say, the current version and all-time version has featured along the way two prominent Willie P. graduates in Vito Chiavuzzo and Andy Katauskas, and several others that have come through. But yeah, it is a band that has kind of over time become very sort of politically oriented in nature. It looks like a big band. I write for it pretty orchestrally in a lot of ways. I never know what else to say. It's the word I get most is loud, or maybe aggressive. I have a lot of feelings, and I feel the feels through the music. And I tend to be, especially for this band, I tend to specialize in long form composition. I've written a couple of symphonies, violin concerto, second symphony and the concerto are on this record. That is out. So, and it's an incredible band of incredible musicians. I love those people, and the advantage of 15 years in the trenches is you have a chance to really develop an aesthetic together. And I think I'm proudest of that, is like we have an aesthetic that has been developed over the better part of 2 decades.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a good thing to have, is like a vibe and a sort of image to associate yourself to. Quickly, because I didn't get to introduce you. Yeah. Kyle Saulnier. Saulnier. Okay.
Saulnier, yeah.
So everybody, welcome Kyle Saulnier.
Yeah.
Hi, Kyle.
About your record, the Volume 2, which came out in October. Yeah. So that's also available on Bandcamp.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the Biophilia will be out shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody, again, if you like the music that you're going to hear, go check them out on Bandcamp. I will direct you to that at the end of this section. Before we move on, well, no, let's just move on with this.
Okay.
So I have the video, and I'm going to...
Yeah, and really quick, the visuals were designed by Michael Catarizano, who's playing vibes on the record. And just to really, I want to make sure that I give him all the credit. He basically, he's a coder as well, and a sort of real engineering brain. So he basically, it's a browser plugin that he originally designed, that he wanted to then create visuals for, and now the visuals have become sort of the project. But he uses audio converted to MIDI to trigger the visuals that you're hearing. So basically, he sets the parameters, hits play, and whatever the program does, the program does.
Right.
If anything is going to change, the parameters are going to change. So he created this in a shockingly small amount of time, and it is killing. I'm really excited about this.
That's very cool.
Share the video.
All right, let's see it.
Yell at me if something isn't happening.
Sure. There's no sound right at the start, so give it a second.
So.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Incredible.
Big ups to
Yeah.
Cutlet on that, Michael Catarizano. He's also he's doing stuff also like for Nico Muley with that, with Paul Orbell. Like he's doing some like really cool stuff, and it's all entirely linear, but the possibilities are just kind of endless.
Hmm.
That's very cool.
Quick question.
Yeah.
The drum part. How much was any of that composed drum part when it was
The
exposed towards the
original
beginning?
pocket- yeah, the original pocket is composed. It's Will Clark. He and I have kind of
Sounds great.
yeah, thank you. And he crushed it. But we kind of some stuff I leave totally up to him. Usually I have a pretty good idea. I'll write him something that's 70% there, and he figures out the way that it's sort of most authentic to him. That particular pocket right at the start was literally composed, and then once we're in, it's kind of his authentic version of what I was going for. I never put a total yoke on him unless like I really need it for whatever reason.
Well, I'm not seeing a lot of questions on YouTube or any questions, but if anybody else has any questions, otherwise I will move it along. Is that cool?
Who are the just so I kind of missed the title card? Who are the
yeah.
soloists on that?
Yeah, the soloist, the original trumpet trombone trade-off is Michael Fay on trombone and Pablo Messis on trumpet, and then it's Nadia on the trumpet break, and then Remy LeBoeuf and Felipe Sals on the soprano tenor, and then the end is Nadia. I mean, that's
beautiful,
incredible, man.
that can only be Nadia at the end.
Yeah,
and Aaron Kotler on the accompaniment for that.
Yeah, another Australian.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's they're everywhere, and they make everything better.
I concur. Well, you said that this album is coming out, or is it already out? I'm sorry.
We did a digital release, sort of soft release,
Okay.
a month before the election. Like it was really important to me, and Fabian, God bless him, to his credit, kind of let me sit. Like it's got to happen before the election, and so we tried to find the target, like any closer than a month before, and that election just sucked all the air out of the room as far as caring about anything. So we had to back it up at least a month, but and he was really sort of supportive on that timeline. It meant that we were only going to do the digital release then, and then the Biofolio now, and that was fine by me. That was something that I was absolutely willing to do.
Cool.
Awesome. And yeah, as I mentioned, you can find the record on Bandcamp. I will point people to the Instagram as well, the Awakening Orchestra. Real easy to look. That will also take you to Kyle's page if you want to follow him personally as well. And on the Instagram page, there is a link to the Bandcamp, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let me just make sure that that's right. Yep. And it's awakeningsorchestra.bandcamp.com.
Awesome. And thanks so much for having me. It's super awesome to be here.
Of course. Great to see you, man.
Likewise.
Great to hear you. And cool. I'm going to quickly run an ad. I meant to do that earlier between Nortonk and Kyle, but I totally faked that. But I'm going to run an ad, so we're going to take a minute-long break, and we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
There it is.
What happened to Fabian? He's checking on Nilo? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, you said there's a minute?
Yeah. But some people can still hear us, and some people are watching ad.
Right.
I don't really know what's happening on the other end.
Yeah, some people get ads, some people don't. Some people get skippable ads, some people get non-skippable ads.
Those things happen at random, or are they being targeted?
I think people get targeted, assuming they give out their information to YouTube and Google.
I see.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, what else can we? Well, I mean, obviously Google Biophilia Records. You can check them out on Google, and you'll find their pages and their Bandcamp and all that stuff, and buy some amazing music. There's some more music coming out on Biophilia that I could probably pull up real quick or talk about it later if Fabian doesn't come back.
I think Fabian is trying to figure out the childcare situation with Linda.
So we'll talk about that later. I'll see if he wants to talk about anything specific. Otherwise, I'll shout out a couple things that I know are coming out that aren't happening today. Yeah, so we're gonna move on. Our next guest is also someone I was unfamiliar with, and I'm excited to check her work out. Joining us from all across the other side of the world in Australia. We're talking about you're gigging right now, Gian, right?
I did my first gig last night in a year.
Officially gigging.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I guess officially gig. I've only got one more gig booked in a month. So
That's way more than all of us here.
yeah, it's slow, but it is coming back, and people are doing a little tiny bit of touring around here, and
Wow.
so it's
Wow.
coming back, and
That's crazy.
Gian is a vocalist, and I also on your video I saw you were playing keys. I try to not watch it just so I can get it fresh when I see it, but so multi-instrumentalist I will assume and all that. So I'm excited to see what you have for us today. So everybody, welcome Gian Slater.
thank you. Shall I share the video, Edward, or do you have it there?
I have it. I can share it. I have a good connection right now, so
Yeah.
I can definitely do that for you.
Awesome.
If you'd like to say something about the video,
I will.
please do.
I will.
If not, I can just play it.
Yeah, so I have a new album coming out really soon, and the album's sort of with two of my kind of greatest heroes playing alongside me, and but this is a video of me playing solo in my backyard, and it was just a lovely opportunity to have this sort of small window of time. I have two children. Life is chaos. It was beautiful to spend a bit of time outside in my garden and hear the birds and sing this music solo. The album is very produced and lots of layers of stuff going on, so it's really lovely to sort of strip it back and just play these tunes, sort of really simple and really contained, I guess is the word I would use. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll play this, and
Let's see it.
and if something,
Can't wait to hear it.
yell at me. And all right, here we go.
You're making me fall again. My heart melts to swoon. You're making me rise again to reach for your moon. You're pushing and pulling me. Which way will I move? Then like a sharp razor, one thought will cut through. We are yo. We are you. We are again to reach for your moon. You're pushing and pulling me. Which way will I move? Then like a sharp razor, one thought will cut through. Ow, oh yeah, yo, oh yeah, yo, oh yeah, There's a small house, I imagine, in a forest out of nowhere. And the green folds in and blocks the sun. And inside the cold and musty air, no signs of life or circulation here. And my fingers paint the dusty wall. listen before I close the door behind. Layer upon layer, I wanna peel it back to the core. A filler or deviator, for without silence all is buried under floor. A digging underground till the music has no sound, giving it a name till its meaning is reduced, till it's slipped out of its own picture frame. The more you spin, the more you weave around my skin. I can't remember the last time I cried. Oh, spider, you think you're inside my head, but it is just your web, a shroud that can be lifted. Lift me up out of shell, out of perfume covered smell. Give me blood and bone, give me essence not dilute, give me wisdom over youth, or give me just your eyes. silence, all is buried
Wow.
Thank you. Fabian, you're back.
Yes, and really out of focus. Yeah, go back to Gian.
Can you tell us how you and Fabian came in touch for you to be in Biophilia?
Yeah, so I've known Fabian for a while, and I've played with Linda quite a bit. So when I had finished this album, I sent it to a few people. It was sort of sitting there, and I didn't really know what to do with it, this music. So I sent it to Linda, and she said, "Do you mind if I pass this on to Fabian?" So that sort of started the conversation, and yeah, I was just absolutely thrilled that Fabian was interested in releasing it, and yeah, just sort of giving it a home.
I also want to give a shout out because Simon Barker's on your record, and
He is.
played at the gallery, and he's someone that Steven's also shaking his head that we all admire, I think. So yeah, shout out to Simon.
Yeah. Well, the music was really when I wrote the music, it was for Simon and Barney McCall, who's the keyboard player and producer of the album, and you know, I really wrote the music with both of those guys in mind, and particularly Simon's rhythmic language. So like a lot of the songs kind of started with rhythmic ideas. I sort of centered around his world, and yeah, so yeah, really lucky to have those guys.
It's amazing to hear it, just you and that little keyboard too, because yeah, the album itself is a lot of layers, no pun intended. And it's you're an incredible musician, Gian. I just want to say that, like, to be able to pull off what you just did right now, it's yeah, you're an incredible musician. And I'm honored to play a small role in sharing your music. I've known about Gian for a long time. Yeah, you're a mythical creature.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice words. Yeah, so the record comes out in April.
Yes.
Yeah, April 16th, my birthday again. So yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Cool. So the way I guess to find that is also on Bandcamp, as are all Biophilia. Let me see if I find the link.
Oh, and also, it is International Women's Day, and Gian is featured in a playlist on Apple Music.
All right,
there's a track.
Linda curated, no?
Okay, so yes.
Linda
Yeah,
curated
sorry.
the list, no?
Yeah.
Awesome. And is that your single that's already out? That's on that playlist?
No, well, I mean, Gian can speak for herself. It's the track "When," which is from a previous album.
Oh, okay, cool. So,
Which
well,
is-
there is a single out of your record, right?
Yeah.
There is. Okay.
Oh yeah,
on
on Bandcamp. Sorry. Yes.
On Bandcamp. So yeah, the best way to check this out is, I guess, go on Gian's Instagram, which is Gian Slater, and go on her Bandcamp, which is gianslater.bandcamp.com. And you can pre-order the record, you can listen to a track off it, and enjoy it, right?
It was amazing, by the way. I listened to it like a few days ago.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I actually would love to ask, John, is what we just sort of heard, is that close to kind of how you were originally conceiving the music, or was the music conceived as being as produced as the record is, and then you had to kind of strip it down conceptually in order to do the solo performance?
No, I played. I wrote it that way, the way that I played it then. Yeah. So I wrote out all the piano parts as I played them, more or less, for Barney to play. Although I think I played some of those parts on the album, and he plays like lots and lots and lots of other stuff.
Stop.
But yeah, like the sort of when we play this music live, I kind of play these central parts, and then they kind of fill in this magical world around those parts. But it's kind of nice to strip it back to just, especially that last piece I played, just to strip it back to these really kind of simple, contained rhythms and voicings, and just my voice, because that's kind of the center of how it started. Yeah.
It's really because I'm sort of, you know, you've told us that like the finished product is so like kind of heavily produced and layered, and I'm trying to like sort of pre-hear that, not that I'm going to be able to, but like, you know, you can hear it in sort of this electronic world, you can hear it in a really orchestral world. It really, like the core material is so strong and lends itself so well to kind of whatever you would want to do with it orchestrationally. It's really incredible. And then at the end of that last one, when you just kind of were sitting, you like finally sort of paid it off with like where you're sitting on kind of in this like 1 to 4 space, you know, and it's just like, it just opens up completely without anything really necessarily else going on orchestration wise, right? Because it's just you and the keyboard, but like the whole thing just blooms. It's really incredible.
I agree. Yeah, really cool. I don't see any questions, so if any of you have any questions, otherwise I can also move on.
By the way,
Desmond has been.
I'm moving back and forth. There's a baby attached to me.
I know. I figured that. He's sleeping right now?
Sorry?
He's sleeping?
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. There's been a lot of noise around his whole life, so he's good.
Whole life.
Yeah.
Entire life.
Yeah. My kids are like that. Remember, we used to have a crib in the office. And then, you know, Muna will sleep through anything. It doesn't matter what genre, so long as, you know, the music felt good. Could be like something out and loud, and she'll be like totally knocked out in the back.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, gianslater.bandcamp.com, Gian Slater on Instagram. Go follow, go support, and go pre-order. Thank you, Gian.
Thank you. And it's just been a great joy to listen to everybody this morning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this morning.
And I was like, wait.
It's my morning. It's
I'm looking at all you guys drinking beer and stuff. I'm like,
But it's early for you.
10 a.m. is respectable.
Ad run. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Are you guys drinking at this time in the morning right now, or? Well, you're in New York, Steven. So
it's 7:30 a.m. somewhere, man. You know.
Yeah.
It's always 7:30 somewhere. Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is super cool. I'm really excited to listen to all this new music. It's not often that I get to just get a whole evening of like new things to check out, but
that is very true.
Definitely excited. Fabian, before we move on, I know there's like a couple of other records that are coming out on Biophilia. Maybe you want to like shout those out.
Maria Grand's Reciprocity is coming out in May, and that's about it. It's a very small number of albums that we put out each year.
Yeah, and the other ones we're kind of finding out about right now. So yeah.
Sorry.
The other ones we're kind of finding out about right now because Nortonk, Kyle's that is out but also not out yet. Gian, and then Desmond, who we're going to talk about in a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Yeah, it's been a minute, so people probably. I hope. What did you get? Audible. Audible is an ad that people get, and insurance and stuff. Yeah. I'm just going to remind you all before we move on also to, subscribe to the Jazz Galleries page if you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube page. If you haven't donated yet, we do ask for a suggested donation of $15. This event is not ticketed, so we are doing this sort of out of pocket, but we are counting on donations to help us keep these things going. So if you can donate. If you can't do $15, please, drop in $1 or $2 or $5 or, 10 or whatever. If you can do more than 15, if you're feeling generous, we also will accept that. We won't complain. We'll be okay with that.
And it's all tax deductible.
It's all tax deductible. Yeah, that's right. You can reach out to us if you make a donation, and we can get you the information you need. Membership is also tax deductible. You want to become a member, if you want to make a larger donation and get a membership out of that, that's also cool. Membership also grants you some cool benefits. You get discounts to our live stream concerts, which are Thursdays. You get instead of $20 tickets, you get a $5 ticket. So it's a pretty worthwhile deal. If you come to enough of the live streams, it kind of pays for itself. So
yeah,
that's a thing. But yeah, donations and all that stuff, it helps us keep doing what we're doing here, paying these wonderful musicians, paying future musicians. It also goes towards our bills, the internet at the gallery, the rent, the music, the gear, all that cool stuff. So yeah, donations help a bunch. So if you can donate. If you can subscribe. I'd also like to mention very quickly, next Thursday we have live from the Jazz Gallery, the Antonio Sanchez Trio featuring Scott Colley and Chris Potter. That's at 7:30 and 9:30 Eastern time, New York time. So we hope you can join us for that. If you can't join us live, these live stream concerts are always up for 24 hours. So if you can't catch it live, you can still catch it for another 24 hours. And yeah, it means a lot if you join us. The show is going to be really fun, as they always are. Next Monday, we're going to have a lockdown session with Nicola Caminiti, Russell Hall, David Gilmour, and Dana Stevens. Hope you can join us for that. Please visit our website, jazzgallery.org, so you can get a full schedule for the rest of this month. There's some more great stuff coming up from the gallery, not from the gallery. So
from somewhere.
And to conclude the evening today, we have a dear friend of the Jazz Galleries who actually does get to play at the gallery very often as well. And the cool thing about Desmond is he's not just a bass player, but also a singer-songwriter. And you can catch him playing bass with some amazing musicians, but you can also catch his own music where he's actually playing guitar and bass and switching off. That was the last time I saw you live, you were like switching off with Charles, which was really cool. With Charles Altura, who played guitar and bass on that gig as well.
Right.
Another thing I'd like to shout out is your Underexposed series, which you've been doing from is it your home?
It's my basement, yeah.
Basement. So you basically Desmond converted his basement into a live stream setup and has been live streaming concerts literally every week and with an amazing lineup of so I recommend you go check that out. Desmond has an email list that he emails out as well with whoever's performing that week, just to remind you to check that out. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, I'd like to introduce you all to Desmond White.
Thanks.
I think you're lady, man.
Thanks, first of all, Ed and Rio, for just putting on this lockdown series. It's just been so awesome over the past year to see kind of what everyone's up to. And
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really.
This is episode 35.
35. Holy shit. Okay.
I know. Crazy, right?
I mean, it's just been a great way for everyone to maintain a sense of connection. And yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me. And, thanks for those awesome videos from Awakening and Nortonk and Gian. Very happy to be part of that family. And thanks to Fabian for starting this label. I think was kind of one of the first people to sign with a label, and I just kind of believed in the message pretty immediately, and very grateful for the insane amount of work that we all know that he puts into it. Yeah, I do have a new record coming out that's called Run the Sunny Gauntlet, and it's coming out April 30th. But for today, I kind of decided to put like a little variety show together of what's been happening in my basement for the last year, and include some things that I created just for today, and one of those features actually the newest label member, Gian Slater. I'm very excited about her joining the family and to hear that new record. And that track features her and also label founder Fabian on prepared piano. So that's a little nice little full circle thing. And then there's some basement shorts featuring a couple of artists who've been through as part of the concert series Underexposed that Ed mentioned I've been putting on. Obviously, I'm on the other side of the camera there, but I included it because it's kind of a passion project that's been pretty close to my heart since inception. And then to close out, some videos of a pretty narcissistic me. The last couple of those have a bit of a PSA component, and that was in response to reports of people in certain countries that shall remain nameless, ignoring COVID restrictions and continuing life as normal. But I just want to reassure Fabian that I did censor out some language that he thought could be problematic. And
Des has taught me some of the worst words ever.
They're not the
Really?
worst words ever. Come on now.
Wait,
Okay,
I want you to type that in the chat on Zoom so I can
Okay,
see what that
okay.
is. I'm so curious now.
Okay.
Just FYI, when I set up the YouTubes, I have to the videos. I have to select if this is for children or not, and it's not for children, so you don't have to censor yourselves.
Well,
Okay,
here's the
good.
thing.
Damn it.
Most of these words mean nothing to Americans, but if you say them out loud here, you get looks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Well, I guess that's true, but I think hopefully these videos it's clear that this is a character, and this a fictional character. The views are not representative of the label or the artist yet. So anyway, and then there's one more thing that I made specially for this lockdown to kind of reinforce one element of the label's kind of environmental message that I feel pretty strongly about. So I hope you enjoy, and just yell at me if there's any weird sound or video things going on, and I'll try not to screw it up. Okay.
All right. That sounds amazing.
We'll see. Okay, share screen, sound, stereo. Okay.
I came for the American dream. is gone, bring the next one on, 'cause we got it all wrong. One more chance with a song. The year is gone, bring on the next one, 'cause we got it all wrong. Don't get much help from this song. The year is gone, I just wanna move on and finish this song. It just goes on and on, just like we go on and on, like we go on and on, we go on and on and on.
Yeah.
I stand here with no time lost. such emptiness in love like this. Just claiming it will turn you inside out, making a fool out of you. I'll follow it to nothingness, till the silence rounds me up like no, strong and soft and open to you. Bring it back to me. I won't forget this time. Just learn this feeling. It's what we live to find. This is what it feels like. I am alive, breaking open to be human. Feels like I won't forget this time. Just learn this feeling. It's what we
You let your colors show. I let my silence grow. Next time, just let me know. Don't talk, just stay or go. Don't be a dickhead. Stop your friends from being dickheads too. Stay home, being dickheads. Dickheads, I'm looking at you.
You want to go to the beach, see some tits? Mate, what about the virus? Nah, mate, only Asians can get that. Mate, you're a fucking dickhead, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, that's because you're a bloody p***. I'm gonna call Kelly.
Dickheads. Dickheads. Dickheads.
Kelly, wanna go to the beach?
Beach? Dickhead?
You don't need no plastic bag, baby, to carry your milk. You can make it all the way home. Don't cry if it spills. Waiting right here for you, sitting on my bed. But if I see a plastic bag, maybe I'll put it on your head.
What the
fuck? Well, he said plastic bag. This shit is whack, yo. This is trash. It's fucking trash.
Garbage. I wrote a rap too.
No, bitch, no.
Fuck.
All right. Man.
Oh my
Hell
Desmond. Oh my god. He said plastic bag kills. That is so great.
Not wrong.
Indeed. It's very correct. And I love that.
or something, man. The Jesus.
Yeah. It's that was really funny. And your stream looks really great. I love the like whole vibe, and sound is amazing, and camera work is great.
Thanks. Yeah, I try to keep
You do
it
that
very...
on Mondays or Tuesdays?
It's Tuesdays now, yeah.
Tuesday,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What time?
7 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
Decent job.
it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. Yeah.
Yes,
as,
we all know
as you guys
it.
well know well, the shitload of work.
Yeah, but you do this all by yourself, no?
I do, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of a small space. I thought about getting someone to help. It's not really the vibe right now, so
Right.
yeah, one-man show for now. Yeah.
Well, I saw like 3 of you, but okay.
Yeah. That's my alter egos, and
Okay.
yeah.
And the dickheads.
You just keep them in the closet. You just take them out when you need
they're
them.
the dickheads, and they occasionally get a walk in the park. Yeah.
You say walk in the park.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. That was great.
Thanks.
Yeah, no. So I actually while your video was playing, I went on YouTube and I just shared all everybody's Bandcamps. That first track that you played, somebody was asking, that's gone from your record, right?
That's correct. Yeah, it's the kind of the last track on the record. Yep.
So you can go on Bandcamp, which I linked there, and actually listen to the track and watch the video. The video is linked there. There's another song that you can also listen to. So if anybody wants to do that, that's there. If you want to follow Desmond, he is on Instagram at Desmond White Boy. But yeah, go check out those Bandcamps. Let me see. Does anybody have any questions, or do you have any questions?
I mean, I was just. That's a vibe, man.
Yeah, I was vibing
like that. The track with Fabian and John is like, that's 21st century art song, man. That's beautiful.
Oh, shout out to Mila, man. I went to school with Mila for like a semester.
Right. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just one of those things where you assemble the components remotely, and then it just comes out to way more than the sum of its parts. Especially, I'd written kind of the music and the lyrics, but just then Gian kind of brought them to life without any direction from me, and just to have that come out was just pretty amazing moment for me, at least. Yeah. Thanks, Gian.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So nice to hear that again, Des. And I love the video. The video is beautiful.
It's been a long time coming. Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I've shouted out your Bandcamps, I've shouted out your Instagrams, and nobody has any more questions. So
I'd love to.
I just want.
Yeah, go ahead, Rhea.
No, go ahead, Kyle.
Desmond already made sure to mention it, and thankfully, but I even though he's off camera, I just want to give another shout out to Fabian. Like this dude works so hard, and I mean, I cannot imagine like what it's like on his end, but just from my perspective, I've seen this dude like bleed for the artists on this label. I would just love to give him any credit that we can as far as just what he is able to accomplish, because he's a one-man show, and he's really he gives way more to the art than should ever be expected of one person.
And he's still able to sound good on piano too.
Yeah, he's an okay pianist.
I was gonna say he's all right on piano.
He's got a sound, it's a thing. Yeah.
He's gone downhill for sure.
No, Fabian is, just so the people who are watching doesn't get a wrong idea, Fabian is amazing. I'm talking about you, Daddy.
Cat over here giving all of us motion sickness.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, anything you'd like to add, Fabian, in conclusion?
Sorry?
Anything you'd like to add in conclusion besides buy the albums?
Sorry, I'm just breastfeeding. Not my.
Now I'm interested.
He said, "I'm just breastfeeding." Okay. All right. He disappeared.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Buy the biofolios, not the albums. The biofolios.
Yes. And plastic bag kills. So
I always end up saying like CDs or something, and I was like, it's not CDs. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. Biofolio. But I just like to know, what do you feed your alter ego, Desmond, when you take them out? What do they like to eat?
They're all assholes, that's for sure. It's just a different variety of prick, I guess, and different kinds of insecurities. I guess one's a bit more Australian, one's a bit more. I think I'll always have that Australian dickhead in me. I just can't get it out. I think that's just there to stay, unfortunately, or fortunately. I don't know.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Or just connected to your roots,
Yeah, I mean, dickhead's a great word because it can just mean someone who's being a bit stupid, but it can also mean someone who's really a dickhead. So it's good, useful term to know when you go to Australia, if and when.
I will remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Well, I think Fabian's breastfeeding is not coming back, so I guess we will close the evening without the chieftain.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting, Ed and Rio.
Thank you so much.
Oh, there's Fabian.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry. It's just he got hungry.
That's all right. Well, thanks, Fabian, for putting this together.
Yeah, no, I mean, thank everyone here. But, sadly, we've lost some venues during the pandemic. And I know that the Jazz Gallery will always be there. You guys.
Because, people will be donating.
Sorry?
Because people will be donating, right?
I mean, the Jazz Gallery is the like, you guys do it the right way, and I have no doubts that the Jazz Gallery is going to be around forever. So thank you to Rio, thank you to Edward, everybody that works there. You guys are incredible.
Thank you, Narissa.
Yeah,
and Narissa too.
And
yes.
Thank you to all of you guys, the artists.
Janet.
You inspire me to keep doing everything I do, and your music is medicinal to me. So thank you.
To everybody. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and thank you, everybody who's been watching, spending some time with us. Come back next week. Come back Thursday.
Yeah, and on your way out, if you haven't donated, please click the link in the description. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button. And if you have any questions, we have an email line. And if you don't have any questions and you want to come see us on Thursday, we'll see you on Thursday.
All right.
And plastic bags kill.
Yes, remember.
Mostly ducks, but humans too.
Yes. All right. It's a dinner time. I gotta go.
All right. Thank you, guys. Breakfast.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks so much, everyone.